Gentlemen, if we could please have your attention. Tonight, we would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge a recent accomplishment by a Shawnee coach. Earlier this month, in his 20th year as Shawnee coach, Coach Chris McGuire won his 300th game as head boys basketball coach, making him the 5th coach in Clark County history to accomplish this feat. Coach McGuire brings an impressive list of coaches, which includes Wayne Weisman, Don Henderson, Bill Smith, and Chris Spriggs. Some of Coach McGuire's accomplishments: winning record in CBC at 16 of 19 seasons, 4 league titles and a district title, winning as coach in Shawnee history in any sport, averaged over 15 wins per season. And most importantly, the impact he has made on his former players both on and off the court. Joining Coach McGuire are some of the former players who have helped make this moment possible.
Hi, this is Miss Collins with your History Fact of the Week. You know, Washington, D.C. has not always been our nation's capital. Our first nation's capital was a different major city in the United States. Take a guess what our first nation's capital was. What city was our first capital city in the United States? Take your guess now. It was New York City. New York City was our first nation's capital for the first 4 years of Washington's presidency. And then the second 4 years, it was Philadelphia. And then finally, it was Washington, D.C., where it's been ever since. And that's your History Fact of the Week.
Hi, this is Mr. Warrington with your Astronomy Fact of the Week. We've been talking about full moons last week. How many full moons do we have in a year? Well, moon or month comes from the moon cycle, so usually 12. Every once in a while we have 13, and we'll have 2 full moons in a month. And from that, having 2 full moons in a month, comes the term once in a blue moon. It means something happening not very often. It has nothing to do with the moon becoming blue, but 2 full moons in the same calendar month is known as a blue moon. Thanks.
Good afternoon. It's time for Tammy's Trivia. The weather's getting nicer, it's getting a little windy, so we're going to talk about kites. The first kites were thought to be invented in ancient China. They were used for military purposes, for measuring distance and sending signals. These kites were made of silk and were sometimes designed to look like birds so that the enemy wouldn't pay any attention to them. But in 1997, a gentleman named Wolfgang Bayek claimed Indonesia had the first kite. These ancient kites were made with dried leaves combined with bamboo skin. And their reason for creating their kite was just a little bit different. They believed if you made a kite and you flew it for 7 days, at the end of the 7 days, you cut the string and it would make its way to God. And then when you would die, your spirit would just go right up there to God. So 2 different reasons for their kites. One of the most famous scientific experiments in history was Ben Franklin and his famous kite experiment. He was able to demonstrate the electrical nature of storms, which immediately led him to develop the lightning rod. And I have a picture of a lightning rod that they still put on buildings today. A lightning rod is put at the highest point of a building, and there is a wire ran down, it goes down the side of the building, goes into the ground. So when lightning strikes that rod, all the current will go down and go into the ground instead of going into your house and catching your house on fire or striking, water heaters or whatever. So, and then eventually, of course, he invented electricity. So Kite fishing is used a lot around the oceans. They connect bait to the kite. So the kite's up there and it has a long string. It's got bait on the end. And if a big fish snags that bait, the kite dips down and the fishermen know they've got something on the hook. Kites are also used in kite surfing. I don't know if you guys have ever tried windsurfing or kite surfing, but you can go pretty fast. And it's done on water, it's done down snow. It's just, it's all around the world. And also, every weekend, there is a kite festival somewhere in the world. So it's very, very popular. You'll see different pictures of big kites that I've got for you to see, and they're just amazing. The smallest kite you can buy is this size, and it's $4.99. So $4.99, you can buy a kite. Now, there's a picture of the largest kite you can buy, and it's a big circle, and you'll see it behind me, but it's $479. So I opt for this one. All right, students, the world's longest kite was recently flown in China. It is 6,000 meters long. How many feet is that? Quickly. 9,000, 13,000, or 19,000? 6,000 meters. How many of you think it is 9,000? How many of you think it is 13,000? How many of you think it is 19,000? Correct answer? 19,000. All right. Teachers, the longest amount of time a kite was in flight was 97 hours, 180 hours, 256 hours. How many of you think it's 97 hours? Teachers. How many of you think it's 180 hours? How many of you think it's 256 hours? Correct answer? 180 hours. All right, guys. By the way, if you decide to fly a kite, make sure that you are in an open area with no electric wires or anything, and make sure it's windy enough to hold the kite up that you're trying to fly. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.
All right, so who am I here with today?
Ray.
All right, so do you play any sports?
Yeah.
Is that your what sports do you play?
I play basketball and baseball.
What position do you play usually?
In basketball, I really don't play that much, but baseball, I do a little bit of first base coach and stuff.
Yeah. Is that your favorite thing about Shawnee?
Yeah, just sports.
Kiara Quickle.
All right, so do you do anything like Shawnee, like sports or anything like that?
Softball.
What position are you?
Right field.
That's nice. Do you have a favorite teacher?
Yeah, Miss Collinsworth.
What's your favorite thing about Shawnee?
My friends.
All right. Do you have anyone you want to give a shout out to, or students of your friends?
Yeah. Addison Richendaler.
All right, and you'd like to give a fit check, dab, or gritty? Dab. All right, thank you for the interview.
Hello, Shawnee. This is Sparks and
Zoe.
And today is Friday, February 28th, and we welcome you to your Brave Time announcements.
The Bookmobile will be returning on March 11th. If interested in visiting next time, please see high school English teacher Ms. Adams with any questions.
Attention all spring athletes.
We would love to hear from you if you have any pictures or videos that you would like to be on the announcements.
Please email Ms. Williams with your sport, stats, and any pictures, video clips. We will put them on the next show. Thank you.
Today in history, in 1975, 43 people were killed in London's underground when a train failed to stop at the Moorgate station, smashing into the end of a tunnel.
And in 2013, the Persian Gulf War ended as Iraq leader Saddam Hussein accepted a ceasefire arrangement.
In birthday wishes, we celebrate
Jordan Robertson,
Aaliyah Jenkins,
Gabby Mead,
Bruce Sparks.
and Nevaeh Tarkany.
Happy birthday to all of you.
And famous birthdays we celebrate:
Jonathan Davis,
Rudy Mancuso
Luka Doncic,
and Pablo Cor.
and fun and wacky holidays. Today is National Tooth Fairy Day.
And now for your joke of the day.
Why do mushrooms get invited to all the parties? Because they're such fun guys. Ha ha ha.
And for your weather forecast today is expected to be cloudy and windy with a low of 38 degrees and a high of 48 degrees.
Now we ask you to please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and have a great day. Go Braves.